All right, the 1929 Ford Model A, the furthest thing from a grip it and rip it, slap it and brap it, burn them if you got them vehicle you've ever seen.
La-di-da-di-da-di-da.
Back in the 20s and the 30s, people were small like me. So this fits me nice. Oh, she's little and she's so cute. Coming out. I think it's her first time to go outside. Flathead 4-cylinder in it, 40 horsepower, 50 pound-feet of torque, so not too shabby. I think it'll run like 45 miles an hour probably if we're going down the hill. So yeah, a little bit about this one. This one was brought to us before COVID, so we had trouble getting any parts for it like anything else. So we had to fabricate a lot of the sheet metal that's on it. Owner's request, we did not tear into any of the drivetrain. It ran so good when it came. We cleaned it up just a little bit, basically just wiped it down. The brakes are still all the mechanical brakes that came on the Model A. Worked awesome. We didn't really have to do anything there, just cleaned everything up. So did full body and paint, upholstery, all that good stuff. We finally got the spare tires in, so we've got those mounted. Upholstery's done, top's finished up. So other than final buff and detail, I think we've pretty much got it wrapped up, but wanted to make sure you guys saw it before we went that far. So the owner picked the colors for it. We did like an olive green and a black. When it came to us, it was white and black, I believe. Yeah, we were iffy on the colors at first, but I really like it. I think it looks good. Hey, it's not too shabby. You know what I'm saying? So I'm digging it. And then in the back, Alex, if behind the camera, if you might not know this, this is your mother-in-law seat. So this is where you'd put your mother-in-law. Is that where you'd put your mother-in-law? No comment? So we've still got the original steering wheel in here. We left our original steering wheel, which is kind of cool. It's all cracked up and all that stuff. Actually, we weren't gonna leave it, but we couldn't get one. It might be available now, not sure, but I think that's kind of a cool feature to the car, so we left all that. What's the damn rock song I'm thinking of? It's like, it said something, do something. I'm gonna show you how to start one of these bad boys. We got a lot of stuff happening in here. A lot of gadgets. It's very high tech. It's really, really, really high tech. So this is what we want to do. We've got our choke over here. Now, when you go to choke it, you're going to pull that open. We're going to leave it open. As we start to crank it, we can close the choke. Also, what this does, it adjusts the air-fuel mixture. So if we go all the way counterclockwise, it's rich. If we go all the way clockwise, it's lean. I've got kind of a happy spot on the rich side where I like to start it right there. So we've kind of got this car figured out. Now, if we come over here to the steering wheel, this is where people get like, what in the world is going on there? So here's what we've got. We've got timing over here, and we've got a hand throttle on the right side. So when you go to start one of these, typically you want to fully retard the timing, and that's going to be all the way up. So basically what it's going to do is when it gets to top dead center as it's cranking, boom, that's when it's going to explode and fire, and that's where it's happiest to start. As it starts to run, we can advance that a little bit. They say like the rule of thumb is every 5 miles an hour you advance it a little more. I don't know about all that for sure, but I know you can kind of hear in these when they're happy. And as you're driving and you're accelerating, you can feel when you've got that power or when you need a little more, so you can advance it as you go. You kind of figured that out. It's pretty simple. Over here with the hand throttle, we're gonna start all the way up to where we're gonna start. And before we hit that button, we're gonna open the throttle just a few notches. That's going to give us a little bit to have it idled up, let us warm it up and all that good stuff. And then our starter button is down here in the bottom. You see that right there? So you gotta do all this stuff at the same time. All right, so then what we're gonna do, we're fully retarded. We've got our throttle where we want it. We've started it and ran it out here, so we might not need to choke. We'll make sure we're in neutral. We're gonna clutch it anyway, just for shits and giggles. Key on. Fuel on. Let me show you that one too. Fuel's under the dash. Cause you know, you got a gas tank sitting in your lap. Gonna throttle her a little bit. Advance the timing a little bit. Listen to that, like a sewing machine. Just like a tractor. Might not be fast, but it'll pull your house down. All right, in neutral, good, we're started. We've advanced it a little bit. We've got our throttle down a little bit where it's idle and happy. We'll sit here, we'll let it warm up a little bit. And then we'll get Alex in the fastest machine he's ever been in. You ready? You scared? Won't be like that Camaro. All right, we got everything we need. Oh, something else I can show you while we're here. This is the headlights. So, we've got low and high beam. Turns our headlights on. Got our horn. We need to take one of those apart. I'm curious to see what's in there. All right, so pretty straightforward when you go to drive this bad boy. Reverse is up. First down, second, third, pretty simple, and it's not synchronized, so sometimes when you're driving one of these, you have to double clutch it. One bad off-roading machine. They made one. I don't know if they made it back then or if it was a concept thing or if somebody made it, but I saw it the other day that was a Model A built for the snow. It had dual axles in the back with tracks on it. Woo! She's really getting it, boys. These are so much fun to drive. I love them. My kind of dream, and we started doing it on one of the shows and we didn't finish it, was a Model A truck, and we were gonna put a 2JZ engine in it. Oh, there's my bubble top. Hey, baby, you're next. I'm coming for you. Been talking about you this week. Like we don't have enough stuff back here. All right, let's go for another shift. Let's do a little double clutch. Oh, I guess I just didn't find it. Yeah, that's better. This is a good brake test with Henry Ford's mechanical brakes that he loved so much. They went to switch to hydraulic brakes and Henry Ford said, "We can't do that, it's too dangerous." Smokers riding the back. All right, Model A, man, you gotta love it. Love these cars. I definitely have to get one. That's on the list to do that. I don't know why I haven't. I'm a slacker, I guess. So anyway, like, it's pretty cool with these. It made over 4,800,000 and some change of these things. This is a ton of cars, but got a little trivia for you. Anybody who can answer this question correctly, I'm gonna go through, randomly pick one of you, send you a t-shirt, maybe a couple of you. I'll pick two, and I'll send two different people a t-shirt. So what, and don't use Google, man, don't cheat, come on. What was the most produced car of all time? If you can answer that one for me, which I already know it. If you can answer that, I'll pick two people randomly, send you a t-shirt. Also, hopefully, if Alex can do it, we've got new t-shirts available. We'll try to dump those on the website. Go grab one.